Sign in, welcome. Log into your account, your username, your password. Forget your password? Password recovery. Recover your password. Your email. Sunday, July 17th, 2022. Sign in, join News Plus, Gossip, Radioscope, Old School Events, Calendar, Feature S, Podcast, The Culture Calendar, Home News, Apple News Hour. Kelly's ex, Lisa Van Allen, says he got Aaliyah pregnant and slept with her mother. Watch by Fisher Jack, March 12, 2019. Oh Lord, here we go. In a DJ Vlad interview posted on YouTube, Lisa Van Allen spoke about her relationship as a confidant with R. Kelly. In the spotlight for alleged sexual abuses, including a proposed sex cult and sleeping with multiple underage girls, R. Kelly's court appearances and child support cases have catapulted him in the middle of controversy similar to Michael Jackson and Bill Cosby, with multiple women coming forward with allegations against him. Van Allen reveals that in private talks between her and Kelly, the singer revealed very juicy and graphic details that shed light on the true nature of how he established relationships with underage girls, as well as details about his and the deceased singer Aaliyah's relationship. A survivor of sexual abuse herself, Van Allen gives a real perspective about the mindset of the abused. She claimed to be in a relationship with R. Kelly for many years. Born in Connecticut but growing up in the South, Allen was in the foster care system until her adoption at 6. She moved out at 16, and moved to Minneapolis to live with her aunt. According to Van Allen, she went to the Home Alone video shoot where she eventually met R. Kelly, who was introduced to her through his cousin. She was 17 and Kelly was 30, 1996. Kelly asked questions where he could see if I could fit into his lifestyle, explained Allen, where he wouldn't get any backlash from anyone. But at that time, I thought he was interested in me, and that's why he was asking those questions. Roseanne Barr says Michelle Obama reason ABC kicked her to the curb. Aaliyah Allen called a month later and was put in contact with June Brown, Kelly's assistant. Brown sent money with instructions on how to get a state ID and a ticket to Chicago, when she claims to have had sex with Kelly for the first time. I don't know what man in his 30s wants, with a 17-year-old, explains Allen with a confused look on her face as she reminisces about her experiences with the singer. It was fun at first, she said. He is talented. Sitting there listening to music with him writing music, that was a great experience. Allen goes on to explain Kelly's daily activities. He pretty much was doing what we teens were doing. Going to the recreational center, playing basketball, the mall, McDonald's, all the things that kids that age would be doing, he was doing. So, I was enjoying myself up until that point. Allen went on to explain that Kelly convinced her to stay there with him in Chicago, living with him at his studio, on his tour bus and occasional visit to his home. I'll FK you and your wife up. Okay. C.S. Russell Westbrook's to Utah Jazz fan. Watch for Kelly New Zealand, Australia Tour 1R. Kelly Allen claims to have also found out that he was married, but glosses over that fact in the interview, focusing more on the sexual nature of her and Kelly's relationship. Sometimes we'd do threesomes, and there would be other girls involved, said Allen. I was okay until the threesomes became more frequent. I agreed to it because he was a star, and I felt like I could do that for him. Allen pauses in contemplation, but after the first threesome, he wanted more threesomes, and that's when it was like, okay, this is getting out of hand. Allen claims to have had threesomes at Kelly's home with a 14-year-old, where he filmed the threesomes in what was described as the Colorado Room, a room in Kelly home filled with built-in cameras. She also explained that he would use light sets and kept a duffel bag stuffed with VHS tapes of his escapades. Allen claims that Kelly confided with her regarding his sexual abuse. That made me really comfortable with talking about what happened to me. That was the first initial thing that made us kind of bond. Allen went on to explain how Kelly and the late singer Aaliyah had a pins and eyeballs pact. No matter what anyone said, Allen said, or if anyone stuck pins in their eyeballs, they would never tell about their relationship. He told me that they were married, that she was pregnant, that they doctored up the marriage certificate to say that she was 18, so they could get married. The reason that they got married was because he felt that if he was married to her and they thought that she was 18, that he wouldn't be charged if someone found out that she was pregnant until they were able to get the abortion and get it, the marriage, annulled. I never asked him why, because we were in a conversation just confiding with each other, explains Allen, but he did do into depth about her mother, where he stayed at their home in Detroit, and her mother actually was sexually attracted to him as well, and he, Kelly, said, when Aaliyah would go to sleep, that he would go in the living room and that he and her, the mother, would do sexual acts on the couch while Aaliyah was asleep in the bedroom. R. Kelly's spirit moved him to talk to Gayle King Aaliyah, R. Kelly. Although most of Allen's testimony is hearsay, and she presents no factual evidence supporting her claims, the allegations against Kelly are damaging. Already tried in the media court and found guilty, Kelly struggles with additional scrutiny, legal problems and the potential for more women to come forward. Once his case goes to trial, however, is when people like Allen and the rest of those involved in this case will present the real facts and the justice will be served. Kelly is charged with a 10-count indictment with aggravated criminal sexual abuse against 4 women, 3 of them minors at the time between 1998 and 2010. Kelly's next court date is scheduled for March 22. Kelly claims to be innocent and his lawyer is quoted saying, "All women are lying." Lisa Van Allen was also featured in the Surviving R. Kelly documentary available on Lifetime. Tag Solly Alyssa Van Allen or Kalivlig TV. Share Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Tumblr. Previous article Roseanne Barr says Michelle Obama reason ABC kicked her to the curb. Next article Wendy Williams drops N-word on talk show. Watch. Plus Jussie Smollett appears in court. Fisher Jackie may like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Getty Images. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence proceed with Bad Boys 4 production. Jayland Walker medical examiner. Jayland Walker was shot 46 times and died of Kodak Black. Edward Berthelot. Getty Images file. Rapper Kodak Black arrested during traffic stop in Florida. Oxycodone. Tops Supermarket. John Normile. Getty Images. Buffalo's Tops Supermarket reopens as fear and trauma still grip community. Idris and Sabrina Elba. Sable Labs. Idris and Sabrina Elba launch Sable Labs, a genderless skincare. Ricky Martin. Getty. Ricky Martin accused of incestuous relationship with nephew. Entertainer denies. Popular social heat medical examiner. Jayland Walker was shot 46 times and died of blood loss video. Social heat 6-year-old boy found with his head in a motel toilet, on life support, parents arrested video. Social heat Boosie threatens to spit on cops after being detained for smelling like marijuana video. Social heat Quavo says his elevator altercation with Saweetie makes him look like an abuser. He's right. Watch. Social heat Slick. Man caught on camera switching gas pump nozzles in Cali. Watch. Search the culture calendar. What's new in black on TV? Advertisement trending. California government opinion. Sacramento mass shooting confirms what experts already knew. Today's video. What the puck? Kodak Black caught having sex in. Today's video. White teacher hits the jerk as students go wild. Columns are echoes too insecure. The Journal of Stephanie. Today's video. Jay-Z's shock in running into Kelly Rowland is here. Today's video. Watch Live. William Shatner's launch to the edge of. Today's video. Quavo trends after people mistake him for a. Today's video. Kirk Franklin just took the Omarion challenge to church. WHO. We are the news you want, unfiltered. The Electronic Urban Report year puts the most buzzworthy African American news at your fingertips. There is no more complete source for urban news than the Electronic Urban Report. Copyright 2022 weurweb.com/Robercom Enterprises. Website hosting and management by Web Publisher Pro.